Hi, everyone, and welcome to a very brief information session on our Spain programs, which are Alcoy and Toledo. I hope you find this video useful, but do remember to also reach out to us for more specific questions, as this video is meant to be a very brief overview of the programs. So I'm going to start talking a little bit about Alcoy in Spain. This is a program we have for computer science and computer engineering programs. Alcoy is located in the south of Spain, not too far from the coast. It's a very nice, very lovely city, and our students really enjoy going there for the architecture and just the incredible nice feeling that it has, being quite small. The students take classes in the Universidad Politécnica de Valencia, also known as UPV. That's a school that's very specialized in engineering and science. It's right in the center of the city, and you're going to be staying in dorms that actually are quite close to it as well. So it just gives you a very nice feeling of being right in the center of the city, being able to walk everywhere. In terms of the program information that you really need to know is it's really a program designed for computer science and computer engineering students. Occasionally, we could make exceptions and see if another kind of engineering could be a good fit. But sometimes getting classes approved in engineering a little bit tricky because of the sequence of courses. So, do talk to your advisor, your dean, and to us in Notre Dame International to make sure that you could do it. But if you are a computer science student, it's very likely that it would be a great fit for this program. It's a pretty small program. We usually have 4 to 6 students. And the reason for that is because this is an exchange program. So if we send 4 students, they'll also be sending us the same amount of students. So it's a great relationship we have with them. And we've been having students back and forth for many years now with great experiences both ways. Eligibility-wise, you do need to be juniors or sophomores, have at least a 2.75 GPA, and have 2 semesters of college level Spanish. There can be some exceptions to this rule if you are a native speaker, for instance, or if you've taken not necessarily Spanish in Notre Dame, but elsewhere, we certainly can talk about that too. The important thing to know is that the courses are going to be taught mostly in Spanish with English textbooks and with an English-friendly syllabus. So you do need to have a little bit of Spanish, but you don't have to be proficient in the language. And, needless to say, it is an ideal program if you're interested in Spain, if you want an immersion, you want to, maybe become proficient or fluent in Spanish eventually, but you also need the courses in computer science. We only run this program in the spring semester, and the calendar is very similar to Notre Dame. The program starts in January and ends in late May or early June. Depending on the classes you have, you might not actually have many final exams, so some students could end the program much sooner, in early to mid-May. In terms of the academic information, you can find a full list of courses students have taken in the past, but these are some examples of recent courses taken. And as you can see, it is heavily dominated by computer science and mathematics courses. In terms of room and board, all students are actually staying in a student dorm called Colegio Mayor. It's a 15 to 20-minute walk to campus. That dorm has access to fast Wi-Fi, recreational spaces, gym, a cafeteria. You can certainly build a community there with local students, and everybody will be having their own single room with their private bathroom, which is very, very important, certainly in these times of pandemic. In terms of transportation, because the city is so small and so beautiful, walking is definitely going to be your main method of transportation. Although, if you want to have trips that are a little bit farther away, you certainly can use taxis, ride sharings, or buses. Those are all available in the city. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about Spain now. That's for the other students who are not engineering students. We really primarily get arts and letters in Mendoza students or College of Science students if they don't need a science course for their semester abroad. So in Toledo, we partner with the Fundación Ortega Marañón, which is a third-party provider both in Madrid and in Toledo, and we use the Toledo campus for our program. In this program, we offer a lot of classes in the range of social sciences and humanities, as well as a lot of classes in Spanish literature, culture, and language. It is a program designed for American students, so you're not going to be interacting with local students, but you are going to interact with other students from other universities. And Notre Dame itself will have 20 to 25 students each semester, which is actually one of the largest single university groups we send there. Because this program is a third-party provider, we don't have Notre Dame faculty or staff on site, but we've been working with the Fundación for many years, and they're a fantastic partner of us. They constantly visit us here on campus to run pre-departure session with us as well. Eligibility-wise, we will accept students with a 2.7 and above GPA, but they must have at least 4 semesters of college level Spanish or some other requirements such as, being a native speaker. All classes are conducted fully in Spanish, no exceptions to this. This is an ideal program for students who want the immersion in Spain, but also want to take university requirements and maybe not necessarily major courses. The program calendar is also pretty similar to Notre Dame's program calendar. The arrival is early September and the departure is December. And then you have one short break in between the semester. And then in the spring semester, the program starts in January, it ends in May, and then you would have an Easter break during that semester as well. So there's certainly room for you to travel within Spain and outside of Spain during the semester. And you can come back for your typical summer internship if you go in the spring. Academic information. There's a lot of courses that are approved, actually. This is just one example of a PDF that the Fundación sends to us every semester, where they will let us know what the courses are going to be offered that coming semester. So during the pre-departure orientation, I always tell students which courses they're going to be offering. But usually there's over 40 to 50 courses every semester that they offer. There's always going to be an economics course, always going to be a political science course, a fine arts course, a philosophy course. So for our students, it's very good because you can always count on getting a lot of university requirements. And then if you have a major in political science or economics or Spanish, then you're always going to have also a very nice range of courses to take from. In terms of room and board, this program is actually quite unique in that it offers you the choice to either stay with a host family or to be in one of the Fundación dorms. The advantage of being in the dorm is that you're going to be right there in the same building that you're taking your classes. The disadvantage, however, is that you're really missing out on the opportunity to be immersed in the culture with a local family who can cook you meals every day and really give you a completely different level of immersion. So most students realize the benefit of doing host families, and we usually get about 70% who choose that. But it is important for you to know that you do have the choice if you feel more comfortable being in a local student dorm. Your host families are really going to be, providing your food, but also a huge safety net. And we have great feedback from the students about their families, many of whom have kept in touch with their families years and years after they've gone abroad. Toledo also has a really nice range of co-curriculars that you can take. So there's a course that is actually a community-based learning course that deals a lot with kids and refugees and language acquisition. And a lot of students like to take that course. And if you do need to get an FBI background check in the US before you go, but it's actually really easy. It costs about $15 to do the process. So I don't want that to discourage you. There's also an internship course offered, and you can do an internship in the business sector. It could be an internship in the local radio station. There's a lot of positions that they announce that very semester, and you can choose to do that before you go abroad, and you can let us know beforehand, or you can also decide during the orientation week if that's something you want to pursue. Students have done those opportunities, have really, really enjoyed them and have great reviews for it. And then it's just a brief photo of what some of our students have done in the past. The Fundación really does like reaching out to the community and hosting a lot of events, a talent show, sports events between the students. So you're definitely going to have a lot of social time and opportunities to interact outside the Notre Dame bubble, for sure. All right, so if you're interested in either of those two programs, make sure you apply by November 1st when our program deadline is going to be closing. And if you have any questions, do feel free to reach out to me. I manage all of our programs in Latin America, as well as our programs in Spain and Greece, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have about these programs or study abroad in general. Thank you.